Hello guys, how's it going? How's everyone doing? We're back in the sim rig. Thumbs down, thumbs down. No, he's not playing the game I want him to play. How's it going, everyone? Oh, another Automobilista 2 update. I think Reza are actually Microsoft. They're pushing more updates than Windows Update on an update day. I'll quickly say what's in this new update. It's a complimentary, like you don't get complimentary tea on trains anymore. You used to. You used to get complimentary tea. You don't anymore. It's like a complimentary tea on a British rail train before they were taken over. Main thing on this is hopefully less crashing. Some tree changes to Imola, so we're checking that out. And AI tweaks, tyre tweaks, tweaks upon tweaks, adjust grip levels, you know, the general stuff that most sim racers get off on, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Hey, thank you, Joshua. Hello, guys. Still hello, guys. So, if you want to join us, you do in first class. I haven't used first. There's no point using first class. Hello, Spitfire. There's no point using first class trains. Hello, guy. Hello. Look at all these people in chat. Hello. Hello. Now then. Yeah, on a British train, the first class is crap. It's not like some of the European trains where it's good. Like it's like, oh, this is worth it. Even if you're going from London to Devon, it's not worth it. Like half the journey is going to be on a little crappy train, and the other half is like, well, you get this exactly the same thing, not in first class. Thanks, Jules Rules. Thank you. Hello. Thank you, guys. Cheers, guys. It's all Seven Motorsports' fault, by the way, guys. I didn't have to do anything. They had the race car. Lee Mabbott. There's Brian Mabbott. Hello, look. There's Lee's dad. Daddy 7. I've recovered. My head's peeling, though. Look at orange. Absolutely orange. Total orange. Right, I'm going to create a server here and we can chat whilst we're driving. Yeah, it's all their fault. It's all the Seven Motorsports' fault, guys. They've ruined me now. Now I just did a lap and I was like, oh, it's not moving. My sim rig's not moving. God damn it. Why is my sim rig not moving? God, what's gone on? It's the wrong thing. It's not in 3D. Hey, random. Yeah, I'm a lucky jammy bugger. It was an absolutely amazing day. Like, seriously. I can almost die happy now. I need to do skydiving. I don't know why I want to do that, because I don't really want to do it. I do and I don't want to do that. It's stupid. It's a dumb thing. Like, I really want to do base jumping, but I don't. But I do, like, when I'm like, if I'm terminally ill and they're like, you've got a week to go, matey, I'll be like, right, base jumping. That's that, in a wingsuit. And then I could just go into the ground. Job done. There's that. Oh, I need to the sea so no one has to clean me up. And I want to fly a glider. What else? That's my bucket list. That's pretty much. It's pretty simple. Oh yeah, maybe hook up with a DD girl from Poland or Eastern Ukraine. I'll settle with Germany. The skydiving thing's not about being afraid of it. It's just a weird. It's a weird thing. Like, I want to do it, but I don't. Right, we're going to server, guys. Such a distraction. Maybe one day I can sit down again. Too easy. I do buying an MRS and do the swap. If Gamer Muscle dives as well as he short race grid, will die. Yeah, so basically, anyway, these Seven Motorsports have ruined my life. But that's it. It's not. I don't need to be alive anymore. Done. I need to get a. We need to get a motion rig now. On Tuesday, Bill. It was a few days ago. Right. What we do? Oh yeah, I'm going to go for GT4 cars here. Because they're the best cars in this, I think. The Porsche GT4 was good fun, I thought. So I do that, and then I can select it multi-class. Hello, John M. And hang on. Host settings. Who's joining us? There we go. Password is T. Hello, William Sim Racer. Right, got that set up. That's that. Opponent settings. Right, that's same class. Yeah, so there we go. So we can do this, and then we're going to check out. They've added some tree, like the different tree stuff to Imola. That's the word. Those are the words I'm going with. It shouldn't take too long to update. Then we'll chat more about cars and stuff. Right, that's that. I'm going to turn the qualifying a bit longer so we can practice a bit more. I'm alright, thanks, Gordon. I'm good, thanks. There we go. Let's start a bit later in the day. Race settings. Right, that's that. That's good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Let's have some sunshine. Okay. Go. You guys should be able to get in there. So, oh yeah. So that's it. Yeah, I need to get a motion rig sorted out, because even though you don't get G-forces from this, I noticed this before when I was at Sim Racing Expo and also when I was at Vasaro. The one thing that you get from a D-box type motion rig, so you know where you've got like the actuators in the corners, you know, so it's like, you know, the ones that are like they go up and down in the corners, not huge, not like the seat movers or anything. They're quite good, but the actuators in the corners. It's only, you can have 3 of them. Vasaro had one with 3. It was fine. All you want to achieve is the heave effect in a car. So as you're driving, it's like in an aeroplane. As you're driving along, the car body, like if you go over a bump, the whole car body will sort of go, you know, bounce up and down and stuff. And you know, if you turn into a corner, one side will dip down, like the suspension dips down forwards and backwards a little bit. You know, it's not like you're feeling like the whole G-forces in a car, like the same as a roller coaster. You're feeling that, but a sim rig can't capture that. But the heave effect and suspension compression, a D-box motion rig can capture 99.9%, exactly like a road car. Well, 100% like a road car, and probably like 90% like a faster car. So, and that sensation of being on top of springs is a huge immersion boost, and also I think it'd be quite useful for feeling that the car's going over a bump, like you know. So you know, that's the thing. Without that, you kind of feel a bit stationary. This stream makes me want to go to work. Gary Clark. Well, you could go to work if you want to. All right, Bill Bloodshed. They are, Steve. You get good telemetry output from Automobilista 2, AC, R Factor 2, Dirt. They're pretty good for that stuff. The problem is if you try and capture G-forces with a motion rig, you can't do it because you need like a warehouse. The only way to do G-forces is to move someone. You can push on them, which is quite good. I've used them; they're all right, but that's just a whole nother thing. We'll have to motion rig it. Gary Clark. Hello, Buttons. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go for D-box. I have used, if you watch my less motion is best motion sim rig videos. Let's start this off. Then you'll see less motion is best motion rig video. I've used like just about every motion rig on the market at this point. And yeah, even the cheaper D-Box. I just say D-Box because they were the first ones to really do it as a big thing. Because D-Box started off doing like stuff for cinemas with seats moving and things, and filming cinema stuff, you know. But yeah, you don't need the crazy expensive ones to achieve that same thing. It's just to give that sensation of feeling like you're on springs. That building, that's quite a good idea. But once you've been pulled into the chair, that's genius. Electromagnet. You could just wear a suit, and then you use electromagnetism to pull your suit around. That's genius. You could do that. You could wear like chainmail, and then your chair could be like have loads of electromagnet points on it. You might be onto something there. Never thought of that. I thought of like you like air bladders, pressure plates, or the bottom of the seat moving, or a room with the thing moving around. That's genius. Might break the computer though. Slight downside: computer's now fried, and all your credit cards have stopped working. Painted pen. We got to get that painting going. Woo! Don't mind me. WRC 10's not out yet. WRC 10 doesn't have motion output, unfortunately. I like WRC 9. MRI motion. Yeah, you just put an office chair in an MRI machine, turn it on, and do some laps. Bing. Hello, John M. Sim Tools. Hello. Oh, nice one. There's a mod. Oh, look at the trees. It looks like it looks like it's like a horror movie. Horror film trees. Why am I not feeling any G forces? Why am I not feeling any G forces? What's going on here? Field of view's wrong. I'm not overheating. What's going on, guys? It's all wrong. Why am I not worried about driving into a wall? It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Password is T. This is like Alton Towers. X-Files. Well, I like how easy it is to set stuff up in AMS2. Oh, they've fixed the tyre curb sound as well. That's good. Get the Geiger counter out, guys. We're about to get radiated. Oh, bouncy. This is the horror version of Imola. It's the helicopter. He's lost. Yeah, search for... Service called Game of Muscle. Password is T in capital letters. It's like the BBC lock... What? Dark Towers. Oh, I quite like Chernobyl Imola. Shnimola. First time you didn't murder anyone on track. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, did the demo come out today? Oh well. Car's quite bouncy. I don't know. I don't know how long we'll be racing. Just testing out the new stuff, you know. Hello, copper mine. Fossilback's alright with this. I'm using the rfuctor file. Works pretty good. It's not as good as a bloody real car, though. God damn it. Getting a real car would be fun. It's like using a bloody gaming monitor. Once you've used a gaming monitor and then you go back to like a 60Hz screen, you feel like your eyes are in slow motion. Hard life. Look at these trees. I know, totally spoiled. Oh, bloody hell. That's a rotator at low speed. Thank you. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, guys. Oh, hang on. Whoa! Why are you sending me money? What's wrong with you guys? I couldn't hear that.
For money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Why is this not working? What is wrong with you guys? Oh. That didn't make any noise. Thank you very much, M82. Super generous. Appreciate that. That's tea bags. Get some tea bags on the screen. That's biscuits. Get some tea bags on the screen. There you go. Look, I've just been out in a real bloody race car driving. Why are you sending me money? If anything, you should be asking for your donations back. Like, hang on a minute. Why? Why are we doing that? Thank you very much, though. Appreciate it. Cheers, Adam. Why is it not playing the sound of the donation?
What is the motive behind this demand?
Damon Allen, thank you very much. Oh, I know.
Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Guys, guess why it wasn't playing the sound?
I threw away my money.
Have a little guess here. What could possibly cause the issue of there being no sound? It's a very technical issue. Only a master of live streaming would understand. I didn't plug the cable in. I didn't plug it in. I didn't even have it plugged in. Christ. Right. Thank you very much, guys. In my defence... Oh, I really can't. That's indefensible, isn't it? No, I have like a sound back to these headphones from over the PC. Problem is, if I have my streaming PC turned off, and then you get noise if I'm recording videos on my computer. Hello, Subot Wheels. Thank you. Take you out in yours. What's this? Well, you know, I'm not going to turn people down. If you guys want to risk life and limb, I mean, even me as a passenger is pretty risky. I might grab onto anything. Oh, dear. Oh, look at that sun coming up. I really like the lighting in this. Huge error. Thank you. So who's the second person? Damon Allen, you mentalist. Thank you very much. And that's a teapot. Thanks, Nutella, bro. So don't thank me. Thank Seven Motorsports. I didn't do anything. Oh, jeez. Lap invalidated. I didn't do nothing. It's their car. Apparently, all you have to do is you sit in a race car, drive it badly, and people are like, "Oh, wow!" It's like, I didn't do anything. It's whoever owns the race car. It's all the engineering behind the race car and the car building and all that stuff. The guy sat driving it. They should just be ignored, really. That's what I think. He'll be racing it. I don't think so. I'd imagine. Jimmy's a lot younger than me, and I think he's a bit fitter than me. Hopefully he's been working out at the gym due to his real driving. I imagine he'd be doing neck exercises and stuff at least, because I think he wants to do like endurance racing, and you know it's going to get knackering. So you know, I'm pretty sure Jimmy's fitter than me, and I'd imagine he's probably a better driver than me. Stephen certainly is. Stephen's like, if in another lifetime, Stephen would have been like a Formula driver. So I'll be happy doing like. I'll be happy just making nice films. If I get to drive more race cars, I'd just love to like make films about it. You know, edit it out nicely, nice camera angles, maybe like a bit of drifting. You know, fancy pants visual stuff. I like that side of it. I'm not a particularly competitive person, you know. I mean, I am in some ways, but I try and avoid it. You guys should watch Super GT's last go-karting video. He like rammed it into a wall. He went wide and then ragdolled himself. He like somehow didn't injure himself, but generally you don't want to be bent over like a folded sheet of paper while sat down. It's not advisable. But yeah, Stephen's you know, really good at driving. A quick biscuit. Did you say most of the force feedback in a real car? Yeah, I mean, that's what I've always said, to be honest. That it's through the G forces and your bum. That's how you feel. That's how you feel what a car's doing. So, like, before doing the thing on Tuesday, I had been around racetracks as a passenger, and you can feel, as a passenger in a car, you can feel what the car's doing. So, the thing is, a driving sim has to do should not try and be realistic through the wheel, but try and give you the information. That's the key thing. New game with the updates. Well, I don't know. I like this car. Yeah, as I say, Stephen was really lucky to not injure himself in that accident, because you really don't want to bend your spine. I can say from experience. You really don't want to bend your spine. It's very easy to give yourself a lifetime of pain. Oh, thanks, Super Hot Wheels. How a YouTuber died. Am I saving for a motion rig? No, I want to try and get one. Hopefully I can work something out with the company, and we'll see. We'll see. I was kind of putting it off, but now I'm like, wow. I'm using the Fanatec wheel here. Yeah, the podium. I don't know. I've not driven a GT4 or GT3 car, so I can't tell you what those feel like through the steering wheel in real life. You can, I mean, with the car I drove on Tuesday, you could still feel stuff through the steering wheel, more than what I've ever felt in ACC through the steering wheel. But you are driving mostly through the G forces that you're feeling through your body, so it doesn't really matter. Like this, I don't know. As I said before, I've driven really crap go-karts, and you can feel nothing, literally nothing through the wheel. But it doesn't matter because you can feel it through your body, so that's not the important part. Like you're riding a mountain bike, you don't feel anything through the handlebars, but you can feel through your body if you know what's going on, you know. But in a driving, if you've not got a motion rig, and motion rigs don't work properly, in a driving sim, you have to get the information somehow, and a force feedback wheel is the best way to give constant forces. Assetto Corsa, the first one, is by far like very, very similar to real world. I mean, this isn't that bad, to be honest, with this car. It's a little bit snappy. You know, like, race room's pretty good in many ways. Like, AC's by far the closest, if you're like in terms of absolute experience and how pliable the tyres were, and you know, and information through the wheel and everything. But the general approach is fairly similar with most of the sims. Well, I'd say not iRacing, because once you slide in iRacing, you're screwed. Or it just keeps going for ages, and there's no, even with IRFFB, it's not as progressive. We live in an age of non-power steering. Oh, like Autosport 2020, I had a chance to mess around with some power steering racks. Literally just the power steering. They had them all set up on so you could see how they worked. And yeah, you can see it's quite interesting because they set up so you could see yourself lifting heavy weights and things with the power steering by doing nothing. But they do have a specific numbness that does come through. You don't like it, Shumi. You don't like it. So, no, because you only like AC. Yeah, I think iRacing's tyre model's just... I think if you're doing oval racing, iRacing's tyre model's fine. Like, the type of slides you get into in iRacing are like one direction prolonged slides, where if you're doing oval racing, that's not really a problem. But on a track where you're going left and right and you're trying to balance things more, iRacing is just a bit... It's just a bit abrupt. Like, it's still really fun. You know... Also, the online competition and everything. The track details and things. But just in a sort of purely tyre model aspect of things. You just need iRacing with, like, AC's tyre model and you'd be good. The trees are awesome in this. Best part of the sim. I do like a tree. Gregory said, P for all those who can't afford real racing or have awesome opportunities. I know. You know, it is mental, isn't it? It's a shame that... I think we like motorsport in general as well. It's a shame that like with go-karting at the lower end. Even if you're going to do indoor go-karting... Oh, hello. Jules Omi, Matthew Harvey, well done, guys. Even if you're going to do indoor go-karting, like, even that's like... minimum £35, £50 for like half an hour, which is a lot of money for most people. You know, I mean, it's a lot of money for anyone, really, isn't it? Like, I think even going to the cinema now it seems very expensive. Right, here we go. Brake pressure. Where's my fuel? 8 laps. Just doing sprinty races here. Here we go. Get ready for a race here. Let's hopefully. I think Reza have been working on stability of this to reduce the crashing. Yeah, me too, Bodhi FPS. You would have thought, you would have hoped that was a target for more sims, but. Well, if I was a talented real-world race driver and you want to train your... So you can't... If you drive real cars, you don't need a driving simulator for the experience of driving because, well, you're driving real cars, so why? What you can't get, though, is competition easily. So... If I was a real race, especially if you're like a pro race driver, competition's like the height of what you're doing. Like the whole reason you're doing it is to compete. So in that scenario, then that component is going to be the most important part. So, you know, you're going to then be looking for the sims that offer the most competition, which really is iRacing. Hello, Wi-Fi thief. Thank you, Midlife Crisis. Ooh, look at this McLaren in front of us. Looks nice. This doesn't like slow corners. Well, I'm personally, I'm not a big fan of ACC. I find it the force feedback is really boring and the physics are a bit like dull. So personally, I'd play original AC and race room and iRacing mostly. I mean, I like this as I quite like some of the stuff in this, you know, just for quick racing. Ryan Mabots. I'm getting the name right. Getting the name right. Oh. What you are OMGing over? They've just found out that I broke the vehicle after 3 days of taking it apart. They've realised that the gearbox is shredded. You could do an easy 110 if you had the fish beside. Wow, yeah, no, I'd have done a 1.15 if I had the fish in the car. Yeah, I mean, I was struggling getting my head around like the gearing and the whole everything. Like, you know, if you've never driven a car before, really, like last time I've been in a road car was like over 2 years ago. It's quite a lot to take on board in the space of 10 minutes. So, yeah, I wasn't too fussed about going fast. I mean, I wanted to feel what the car was like, understeering a bit and oversteering, like, you know, going over the tyres a bit, but I wasn't too concerned. I didn't want to break anything or hit anything, you know, that was a bigger concern. I didn't know how wide the blood, like, you know, when you drive a real car for a while, or a sim car for a while, or you're driving VR for a while, or you do anything for a while, you know how big things are, right? You learn like proprioception. You sort of have an intuitive sense as to how wide things are. Like if you park something a few times, you know, oh, I can fit in that car park space. But if you've just got a brand new car, you're like, well, I don't know if I can fit in that or not. Well, it was like that as well. I didn't know how wide the car was because you can't see the exact part of the bonnet either. So I was like, part of it is not. I was like, well, I want to take the corner tighter, but I don't know where the car is. I certainly don't want to hit anything. But it's amazing fun, so good. Yeah, they've got added seasonal trees to this now. That was one of the things in the update. It's really nice. Like that makes the tracks look quite nice and different. Thank you, Tarmac Terrorist. Hello, Danny Arthur. Thank you for subscribing, Sax XX82. Yeah, the seasonal mod that you get from in the original Assetto with shader patch is really nice, and also the trees in Project Cars 2 were done well. Or people can click the like button if they want to. Do you know what's weird? Having driven the real car, like this is the first time I've actually been in the sim since driving the real car. Driving a real car makes the sim a bit more realistic as well. It goes backwards and forwards. It's bizarre. Hey, yeah, Christophe de Veries. I like Automobilista too, and I've said quite a lot of positive things about it over the years. But what I have found with Automobilista 2 is it's got some absolutely bonkers vapid fanboys that can't take any criticism. So yeah, it's all good with Automobilista 2, but if you say anything negative about it, then you get people go mental because they're very sensitive, because there's not so many people playing AMS2 at the moment. I think it'll pick up in players and I think it will get more popular, but you know, I don't know why that's the case, but it is. Oh, the AI in this reposter is really good. If you're an offline AI racer, the AI in Automobilista 2 is fantastic. It does vary a little bit, but the developer's been really active in working with the community to polish up the AI. So because the way the AI works in driving simulators is that there's a lot of stuff that has to be refined with paths and how sensitive certain things are, and how there's a lot of sort of track car specific things and just grunt work that has to be found through testing, really, in many cases. Yeah, Reeza are really good at just getting that polish out. That's what they do. Hello, EK Sim Racing. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome. Yeah, you guys, if you want to hit the like button, you can do that, and then I'll... oh, he's gone. Then I'll... we've got 100 likes per hour. We're like two off. Good times. I'm in 3rd place. GT4 God. Well, the stock cars are particularly good with the AI in this. Anyone can join, yeah. Server will be called Game of Muscle. Password is T, and we'll create a new server in a bit. Don't ruin the football, guys, in chat. Don't talk about results, because there might be people that are going to watch it later, or you know. Heart goes hard. Who are you talking to? And what? The opposite of what? I don't know what you're saying. Had some fantastic races at AMS2 AI. They rarely back. Yeah, they do like really nice moves where you'll be like 3 wide and they'll actually come from behind, and you'll get like an AI taking advantage of another AI that's taking advantage of you. Whereas in most sims, they tend to like the AI will kind of just back off, or you know, just seem very automated. Well, I haven't said that. I haven't said that it's gone forwards or backwards. Heart goals. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't care what other people say. Like, who cares? I just spent 6 months worth of savings on Fanatec V3's RWK Sim Racing. Well, you know, at least your money's in something that's probably not going to lose value, so you know. Yeah, ACAI have a habit of pit manoeuvring you as well. Yeah, the sunset's nice. Unfortunately, there we go. I was like, I don't know where my headlight button is. And I wish you could feel brakes in a simulator like you can in a real car, because that was really satisfying. Like, you get on the brake in a real car and it's like you can feel the tyres. So good in a real car. It's like oh. Like, you know in a driving sim when you turn left and right and you can feel the force feedback load up, and it kind of gets lighter when you go over the limit with good force feedback. AC, AMS2 with this file, some cars in R-Factor turn, what have you. It's like that, but also forwards and backwards. It's very handy. It's very good. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Will this crash? This is where it was crashing for me. This pure horror movie. Proper autumn trees going on here. Hello, Nathan. How's it going? Oh, Jesus. Oh, are you smoking Stubwaffel? Nathan, are you sober? Every time you come in my chat room, you are on some kind of substance. Just saying. But yeah, summer's awesome. William Sim Racer, don't you dare drive into me. Eugene Toombs and X-Files. Every 70 years I come out of my escalator to get some livers. So that's it. Every 70 years I climb out of the race car to get some livers. Right, will it crash or won't it? We're about to find out. Jules Harmon, Matthew Harvey, myself, William Sim Racer, Josh Kumsky, Zaris, Dom Payne. That's your top 7. It didn't crash. I only smoke grass and eat stroop waffles for breakfast. Nice. What you been up to, Nathy? Hello, Drunken Bus. Are you still smashing out the VR stuff? Nathy's the VR man, by the way, guys. You should check out his channel if you haven't. Guys, he pumps out the VR content. He's like the PewDiePie of VR. He's a machine. He's a YouTuber machine. He's got... Throttle. Oh, hello. What the...
To the motion Rick Fund.
Thank you, my German DD girl there. Optimistic. Jesus Christ. How does the internet work, right? I've literally been a spoilt bastard this week. Literally driven a race car. Right? And then you come home, or I come home, and people are like, oh, we haven't seen you for a while, you have some money. How does that make any sense? I should be thrown in a volcano. Right, next track. Can we change the time of season? No, we can't adjust that. We'll just have to pick a different track. You wait until VR comes to life again. Yeah, I think VR's in like a weird zone at the moment. You need to, Nathy, get in the racing sims. Get in the racing sims. Can we ruin his life? You don't even have a racing simulator, man. Get in there. Just search for Game of Muscle. Password is T. We're on for an all-nighter then. Not tonight, no, because I'll be knackered. You used to be able to click on people to their channel, not anymore. I know, YouTube stupid stuff. No, not Mario Kart. You need force feedback. Ah, jeez. Should we do? Let's do a Brands Hatch. Oh man, we got to do a Brands Hatch in the GT4. I can't help myself. Right, here we go. So, if there's a special server, search for Game of Muscle. Password is T. I mean, I do have Mario Kart. I've got a Nintendo Switch. But Nathan, have you ever used a sim rig like with a force feedback wheel? If you're in the UK, Nathan, or if I go to, I do want to. Once the COVID stuff's blown over, I'm definitely going to Amsterdam. Are you near Amsterdam? I think you said you were. There's a couple of people I know near Amsterdam. We should all meet up. There's a couple of companies as well. I think SimLab's near Amsterdam. I mean, Holland's bloody tiny anyway. Sega Sonic Race. Oh, jeez. Nathan, you're an embarrassment. I'm not going to talk to you. Bloody hell. Stroopwafel Workshop. Sounds good to me. Oh, exactly, yeah. Holland's tiny. Niels can join. Neil, I want to sing a song with Niels. I think we're both of about the same talent level when it comes to singing. I don't mean to diss Niels with that, but I think he'll probably agree. We're both not exactly opera singers. How's Holland doing in the Euro footballs? I'm not even supporting England. I hate the English football team. I want to support Wales. I don't know. I hate how England plays football. I cannot take it. English football is like the most painful thing to watch. It's like banging a brick against your forehead. England is not my city. No, I've oh, look at that. That looks awesome. The guy's spinning with his headlights on. Italy is favourite. What? I'll be honest. Don't get upset, Nathy, and all of you guys in Holland. I'll be honest with you. I prefer Italian food, I think, to Dutch food. I've never been to Italy, but I've been to Croatia, relatively close to Italy, just around the corner, the northern part of Croatia. Yeah, it's just that sort of Mediterranean fish diet and good basics. And I've been to like Turkey and Greece. That's my kind of diet. That. And that's the grass. Whoopsie. Although Dutch don't think the stroopwafel will be good, and chips with gravy on it. Oh no, chips with cheese. That's what the Dutch like. Croatian women are amazing. Have I tried I have been to Belgium, yeah. Yeah. I've had some Belgian food. I mean, Left beer is my favourite beer when I used to drink beer. Left Blonde. Amazing. Right, let's try and get a passable lap. Bloody hell! AMS2 is very bouncy, I have to say. Why is it so bouncy? Even compared to a real bloody car, it seems bouncy. England can't even pass the ball. Yeah, I don't know what they do. I think the English football team, they just turn up. They just pretend they can play football. Woo! Here we go. I've never been to Portugal, no. Definitely like to go to these places. I'd like to go to San Nazaire and watch the waves. I'd like to go surfing. I mean, I'm not going to go surfing in those waves. But I'd like to go surfing somewhere where it wasn't as mental. You always get good waves down that direction. Deeply offended to have sadly illegally strike. What? Put the stroopwafel down. Is this better than Assetto Corsa? Personally, I prefer Assetto Corsa, but I like the graphics in this. I like how easily you can set up a lobby with your with like random people. Like you can just create a lobby, random settings and stuff. You know, I think there's a place. This to me is doing what Project Cars 2 used to do for me. Well, with the polishing it, it's got more polish than Project Cars 2. And Reza just keep working on it, so there's more and more updates, and things keep getting better. Yeah, it's worth having. There's like I always say, there's like a list of sims. Oh, we got 100 likes per hour, guys. Not 40, not 60, not 70, not 80, not 90, but 100 likes per hour. Thank you, guys. What was I forgot what I was going to say. I've got no short-term memory. I need some SD RAM plopped into my brain. Do I think AC2 will be as good as... No, not really. I think AC2 will just be like ACC, but with different content. So... I'm pretty sure it'll be worth owning. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. AMS2, it's on the list of games it's worth owning, you know, from my perspective. Should we run down the list of games that you should own? Not even just driving simulators. Here we go. Are you ready, guys? Type yes in chat if you... Type agree in chat if you agree. Type disagree if you disagree. Here we go. The list of games that every person should own on their computer. You ready? Here we go. First game, Counter-Strike Go. What a game. Amazing. I've wasted like 3,000 hours on that. I'll never get that time back. CSGO is the first one. You need that. Next one, Rocket League. You definitely have to have that. Absolutely the best sports game ever made. Amazing. Bloody amazing. Really satisfying. Nice physics. amazing netcode actually, considering how it operates. So you need to own CSGO, Rocket League. Next game, Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. Get them in the sales, pick them up, you need to own them. Nothing will put you to sleep as well. And nothing will teach you how to reverse park with a trailer. You have to have that. You need them. Also the lighting, day, night, the rain. It's like being in Jurassic Park. Don't give me crap on that. Look, you can't diss Euro Truck. It's bloody amazing. Next game. Oh, I'll give you a recently, guys. Bloody Chivalry 2. It's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Chivalry 2. Oh my god, I was playing it last night for like, I was like, oh, I'll have a quick go on it because I want to play it again. I was playing it for like 2 hours last night. Oh my god, like playing as an archer, even though the arrows are crap, it's so fun. And then once you get like you're poking people's eyes out and killing them, oh, like Chivalry 2 is the most enjoyable game for cutting people's heads off, and like in terms of virtually killing people. Sound like a psychopath. I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. I highly recommend getting it, guys. Unfortunately, it is Epic Game Store, which kind of that it would be like a 9 out of 10 for me, but Epic Game Store makes it a 6 out of 10. So okay, Chivalry 2, CSGO, Rocket League, Euro Truck Sim 2, American Truck Sim 2, Chivalry 2. What else goes on the bloody list? Driving sims. Assetto Corsa, obviously. I mean, that's the first driving sim that you should have with mods and everything. Look, Izzy. You behave yourself. And obviously AC. I'd say, obviously, Race Room as well. iRacing is debatable because, yeah, if you can afford it, sure. But if you can't afford it, you know, it's purely a cost thing. But iRacing offers sort of online competition. You won't get anything else, even if it doesn't, in my opinion, drive like particularly realistically. It's, you know, oval racing as well, tracks, VR support and everything. You know, if you've got the money to afford it, it's worth having, but it's very expensive. AMS, and then also AMS2, R Factor 2. I just don't play it because of the user interface. I can see lots of people enjoying it, but I mean, I bought it myself, but R Factor 2, worst case, is worth it for the 1960s Formula content and the 1960s Monaco. That's amazing. We've already done AC. Oh yeah, the Dirt Rally 2 you should definitely own. WRC 9 you should definitely own. What else is there, guys? What else is there? I can't think of the can't think of other games. Mario Kart 8, especially if you want to play a racing game with friends and noobs, for sure. I could do without the Formula 1 games mostly. Like I find they're too they don't have like the physics just aren't up to scratch for, because Formula driving is a very pure form of driving. Well, the physics need to be really good, otherwise it just kind of feels pointless. I can see why people would play it to go through the single player, but as someone that's done a lot of multiplayer, I would find driving Skip Barbies in multiplayer in iRacing infinitely more compelling than any single player in an F1 game. But you know, maybe the next one. It looks like they focus more on the story, so then there'll be more of a reason to play it. I always just found the single player a bit boring in those. I mean, the fact that it says the driver's name on top of the head doesn't really mean anything, does it? To me, it does for a lot of people. Oh yeah, Forza Horizon 4. That was good. Yeah, add that to the list. Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Add that to the list as well. Armour 3, no. Get rid of that. maybe to play through, but it suffers from milsimitis. It's janky. But I have had fun with Armour 3, to be honest. I was more of a fan of the original Flashpoint games. I think they got they felt better to me. I'm in bloody 11th place here. We've got 3 minutes. I've got to do a fast lap here, guys. Yeah, if you want to do tactical shooters, oh hell, let loose! Put that on the list. If you want to do tactical shooters, squad and stuff is a lot better, even though they're arguably not as realistic or not as simulatory. I think they're better. I think they are actually more realistic in terms of how you end up playing them. Right, here we go. I've got to get a faster lap in here, guys. So let's concentrate. Concentration time. I don't dare play Civ. I'm scared of games like that. I did play the original one and Populous and stuff, and I used to play Command and Conquer and Tibsum, and I don't dare load them up. They're total black holes of time. At least with like CSGO and Rocket League and what have you, it's like, alright, I do a game, done. With Civ, you load it up and you die of old age. You load it up at the age of like 4, and then you're like, oh, I'm now 80. What happened? Oh, god damn it. Dora the Explorer, this. Struggling to get the car stuck in here.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Hello!
Well done in the Celica, mate, you did great. Really enjoyed watching the video.
Thank you, Joe Blow. Appreciate that, man. Super generous. Teabag donation. I've just pushed the wrong button. No, that's a biscuit. Well, have a biscuit. 5th, there we go. Thank you very much, Joe Blow. Appreciate that. Thanks. Saying you need to thank 7 Motorsports, spelt with a 7, SE7EN, motorsports.co.uk. It was their doing. I was just the tit that got in the car. But glad you enjoyed it. You guys should check out 7 Motorsports. Think that they've got their own race team. Give them a look-see. Harass Lee Mabbott in the chat. It's all his fault. And his dad, his dad's there as well. You should say hi again. You can all shout abuse at him. His wife sings DD Girl and his kids watch as well. So now I'm not allowed to swear. I'm not allowed to swear at all. Absolutely terrible. Knowing that you've got children watching, I forget. People are like, oh, here's my baby watching, here's my toddler watching. Oh my god. Don't say or I've got to use the beat more. I don't swear that much. Oh, the new Battlefield. Hello, Drunken Bus. Yeah, I know, that was back in the day, that. Children love swearing. They don't notice. If you don't make a thing out of it, they don't notice. It's if you say, oh, you can't say that, then they're like, we're going to say it over and over again. So you've got to be careful with kids. You have to trick them. That's my child raising techniques there. Trick them. I mean, that's what Santa Claus is about, isn't it? Indie moods. Has the multiplayer gotten any better? I don't know. I think it's the game. You know, obviously I'm on the internet a lot because I have no life, and I sort of follow the simulators. AMS2 is definitely, since the last update, has definitely grown in popularity. It's not anywhere near like some of the other sims, but it's progressing in people getting it and playing it. So I think it is gradually on the up. I think it's a slow, progressive improvement, to be honest. But, you know, I think what will happen is eventually they'll release this on console, and that'll be a big explosion for the game. Very secret. SM Sinis second, Matthew Harvey third, Jules Homan fourth, Raw McRip Helmet fifth. That's the quality results. Here we go. How do I feel about anti-vaxxers? Well, you know, I don't need to swear at them. They do whatever they want to do. Right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, if you can... the biggest thing that changed, which is good, is that you don't have to own the DLC to join a server that's running a DLC track. You need to own the car, the DLC for the specific cars, but that helps a lot. I'd say Automobilista 2, if you're going to race with just a couple of friends as well, and you want to fill up a server with AI and things, it's really good for that sort of stuff. Honey Santa, I don't understand the kartcraft physics. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't played it recently. It seems to, like, change around. Oh, guys, we're like 20 likes off 200 likes, and hang on, we're still in. Oh no, we're past the first hour. I've had one, yeah. I've not had two though. Drunken Bus, just had the first one. I don't know if they'll license Ferraris. Maybe they will. Yeah, I don't know. Right, Brands Hatch time. Here we go. The Ginetta there. Those Ginetta G40 cars are tiny. Ow! Been poked. Oh. Bit of a spin. Oh, look at... Ow! Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Calm your tits. Bit of a ramshackle going on there. Somehow we're still pointing forwards. If there's space, you'll be able to join. Ramagid in 6th place there. I'm trying to get up the inside of Sir Trees. Sir Tees. Sir Trees is his real name, let's be honest. No, do not go for that. Block. That's a total wall of muscle, borderline illegal block in there. Thank you, Babbling Bulo, for subscribing. That's how his name is now pronounced. Supreme King, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Sounds like a Burger King. Zero selects all over the bloody shop. Can I have a Supreme King with fries? Oh, on Monday I had a KFC and it was good. I might have to rescind my criticisms toward KFC, guys. I had one of their like mini bucket things, and it was actually crispy. It wasn't sloppy, and it tasted all right. Chips weren't very good, but that's one way to pass someone. But yeah, the spicy wings were nice. So that's it. Might have to do a KFC versus two. Yeah, the chips are more like potato. Mighty bucket for one. Yeah, we might have to do a Dixie chicken versus perfect chicken versus KFC. That might be the. I mean, I still think Dixie chicken in Middlesbrough. That was the best food you could get in Middlesbrough. Takeout. GG's and Dixie chicken. That was where it was at. Can't go wrong. Should do my own fried chicken. Oh no! Maybe they put like special ingredients in the in the chicken. Dixie chicken's not a single place though. I thought it was like, you know, it's like one of those. Loads of people have them. Bojangles chicken? What? Where's Bojangles chicken? What's that about? I think you guys are making up your fast food restaurants. Leeds Uni chicken. Their places were filthy. Ah, that's part of the. That's why you eat out. It's like a kebab shop. Is it really proper takeout food unless there's like half a rat in your dinner? Why so bad? I don't know. It is just a very bouncy simulator, I have to say. Part of it's my camera settings, but yeah, I don't know why it's so bouncy. Like, it's definitely more bouncy than the other Sims. After eating fast food, you regret it. Yeah, but sometimes, you know, sometimes regretting stuff is fun. I think the food standards in the UK are higher than in the USA generally. It's pretty hard. In America, I think it's a lot harder to lose your food license. In the UK, it's pretty easy. Nice cruise. We're closing the gap here. G. Humman. Very Secret's played this too much. He's off. Give it a year. Give it a year and we can all get food poisoning. Fantastic. Have I tried quick? What do you mean? Driving quick? I don't know how to do that. I like the drone just hovering on the corner. Just chilling out. Oh, what's the gap? 3 seconds. 3.7. Hello, Katik-Dug. Welcome back. That's a bit too tight. No, I've missed the Formula 1. Greg Barthel, hello. I've just been video editing recently. I haven't even watched the football. New Super Mario, oh man. Oh! Karate chop it through there. I feel like I'm getting faster. You can see my delta. Not sure if I can close the gap here. Oh, it's a Belgian. No, I've the only shop I can remember really going into in Belgium was Super Mammoet. Oh no, he's made a huge error. We might be on the podium. G. Homan. He's gone to the beach. He's feeling the pressure now as we approach the final lap. Come on. Oh dear, that's bloody influencers, Mark. You gotta be careful. They influence you. Hello, Pedro. French and Belgian supermarkets and Spanish ones are awesome. They have like these huge supermarkets. You don't really get them in the UK. They're not that big. Asda's are pretty big, but it's like American supermarkets, like Walmart. They're effing massive. It's good fun. Come on. Chuck it in. We're coming. Oh! Final corner bonanza. Ah! A little bit leery. Well, we got a faster lap time. Oh, he's done me. He's done me. Look at that. Look at his livery. That's nice, isn't it? It's a really nice livery. Fuel Tech. Look at that. I'd have a t-shirt with that pattern. Make everyone go blind. Let me go in front of you and I can look at you. Look at that. It's Nice, isn't it? The nice colour red and blue and green in a nice pattern. Like that. What's that car that's in the British Museum? It's like a South African BMW or something. That sort of thing. No, these are all the liveries that are in the game. AMS2 it's got a good selection of liveries and stuff. Very secret. Matthew Harvey, Jules Holm, Game of Muscle, myself. 5th, Ramagid 6th, Zari 7th. Top 7. Nice one, guys. Good driving there. Yeah, I like Belgium. It's bloody hot in the summer, though. Right, what track 2 next? Here we go. Might stick with the Porsche, it works. She works. Where should we go to next, guys? Oh, a bit of Dono could be alright. Nice and simple. I'll do an Alton Park Classic. More than half the people in that race died. Well, it happens. Pedro Arnott, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Son of God. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Okay, I'll do Silverstone. Nice flat track. Formula 1 next month, guys. Is the Formula 1 open to spectators? Oh, look who's got the historic as well. That's good. Right, service called Game of Muscle 01. Password is T. If you can get in, you can get in. How do you do custom liveries in ACC? You just do it through the game. Oh, you can. You just type in YouTube. I can't explain it, but you can do custom liveries as well as the in-game editing. I don't think anyone else can. Only you'll be able to see it though. It's not. Other people don't get it. Like the only way for other people to be able to see it is if you do it in-game. Woo! There you go. Listen to Dom GTR. He might run out of fuel, but he knows what he's talking about. Asphalt. Thank you for subscribing. Asphalt I. Oh, I need like a strawberry or an ice cream or something. Thanks for hitting the like button, guys. We just passed 200 likes. That does mean for 2 hours we have maintained 100 likes per hour. Oh yeah, you have to manually save those files. Cheers, guys. That was quite a nice drive around Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch is a surprisingly steep track in places in real life. If you get a chance to ever go there, it doesn't look. It looks in Sims. It looks flatter than it is in real life. Silverstone's good. I like Silverstone, Mr. Cage. I like it. I think because it's better in like radicals and stuff, but I find the corners satisfying at Silverstone to try and get better, to try and go faster on. Like, yeah, it's not as riveting as Alton Park or Brands Hatch or Portimao, you know, or Imola. But if you're in a faster car with a bit of downforce, I think that's where it really shines. Yeah, the 90s layout where you can stand on that bit of track now. Yeah, I think the 90s, that's in, you can still drive that in iRacing. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I think it's a good track where you can push without ending up wrecking yourself as well. Like, you get a track cut, You won't necessarily destroy yourself. Thank you for subscribing, Robert Barrow. Yeah. Oh. Give him a bit of a headlight flash just for... Why not? Woo! Ah! To back out of that there. Building on the right, the pit lane building at Silverstone is mostly empty. It's like they use it as like a conference hall, but the right hand side of it and the side closest, like furthest back, is it's mostly just like open space. The left hand side of it, they've got like the VIP area for, like, you know, if you like buy those £3,000-4,000 plus race tickets over the, where you can look over the pits and stuff. But it's weird that you'd think that there'd be more stuff in that building, but it is mostly hollow. I know. I've negged them into subscribing. Visitor centre. Well, they've just, well, I say just, like a year and a half ago or so, they built a new a museum thing there. Part of the BRDC, I think. Like, that's got some sim rigs and stuff in it. That's as you come in on the left-hand side. But last time I was at this track, they hadn't finished building it. But I think that's there now. Don't know if it's up and running yet. I think it will be. Is that called the visitor centre now? It's weird how you've got the two pit lanes at this track as well, and they're really far apart, and they feel like two totally different tracks. So the old pit lanes feel like your sort of old school British racetrack, and then the new pit lanes feel like modern Formula 1 racetrack. But it's weird how it literally, you could be at two completely different racetracks in terms of what it feels like when you're actually there. Hello, Paul Smith. Paul Smith with a driving licence. How's it going, man? Challenged Paul Smith for I want him to get in a real train, and I want to be his cameraman. I want to get on a steam train. Ah, that's not nice. You noticed that it didn't have his name either. It's like it's the default driving license picture that you have on, you know, online. If you type in preview driving license. Hello, Alton. Paul, are you going to get into AMS2 so I can crash into you? In Loughborough? No. No, I'm not. Look, I know it's not a train sim, but you can spad in it. Hello, Fuzzy Bear. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome along. You're in between Silverstone and Brands Hatch. Nice. Yeah, so I said earlier, is the general admission open this year for Silverstone, for the F1? I know Brands Hatch has been open for British GT. And also the Blanc Pain stuff, I think, is that Brands Hatch as well? I think it is. I know. Yeah, it is. Hello, guys. Fuzzy Bear, Hagen the Term, Mickey Vanberg. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Stop subscribing. Oh, we're sliding. I'm in 6th place. We need to make sure we hit the 7th place target. Ah, nice. The Cartooner show. Yeah, Brands Hatch has had quite a lot going on. Brands Hatch is like sort of, it's used as a venue for, I mean, that's his racetracks in general, but I think you sort of have Goodwood and Brands Hatch in the UK, which are sort of the de facto event things, if that makes sense. They do a lot of, there's an infield thing at Silverstone, where they often do like car shows and what have you. Because obviously Silverstone being a World War II airfield, like most British tracks, has a huge amount of tarmac area. And then you've got the Porsche Experience Centre. You can do anything at Silverstone. You've got a skid pad. It's in the middle of bloody nowhere though. The closest thing to Silverstone is Milton Keynes, I think. Closest big place. Thanks, Dark Vist. Flopping it around that. Oh, it's alright. The new trees on what? The new trees look nice. New winter trees on what's it called? Oh, this has got to be 5th. Oh, 4th. The curbing sounds a lot better. It was the wrong frequency before. Woo. Spooky Imola, that's it. Do they still have a rally stage? At Brands Hatch they do, yes. I don't know about Silverstone. Brands Hatch has the rally stuff in the middle. Ooh. Almost at 250 likes, thank you guys. Look at that, lagging. You ever have your foot fall asleep in a race? No, I've had cramp before, but if you're getting cramp in your foot, you should generally, it's because your pedal angle's wrong, or your seat angle's wrong, or your pedals are too close, your pedals are too far. But yeah, when I've done like long races, especially if I'm doing a lot of heel and toe in, that gives me cramp because I heel and toe incorrectly. I sort of toe and toe just because of the position, and then that gives me weird cramp in the bottom of my foot, which is I always get cramp in like the weirdest of places. I get cramp in my neck here, like not really neck, like here. I don't even know what that is, and my dad gets that as well, but I've not known anyone else to get cramp there. Too much talking shit probably. And the bottom of my feet. That's it. Oh no, I sometimes I wake up with cramp in my calf. I haven't for years, which is great because that bloody hurts when that happens. But yeah, bottom of my foot and bottom of my neck. I don't know why. I don't know. Faulty DNA. Don't know how that evolves. Thank you, Truth Racer. No, not from sim racing. It'll be like if I'm getting in I don't know, just doing random stuff. Yeah, no, I do. I eat bananas every now and again. Damn, we're Cramp Brothers. The Cramp Crew. You have to drink more beer. Well, I don't drink beer, so... Oh, well. I haven't had cramp for ages, so maybe it's something you grow out of. Oh, look at this. Maybe there's a correlation between sim racers and jaw cramp. Chris Bow. Aren't you tempted to get into this, CB? Too busy putting telephoto lenses up women's skirts and shirts. Me and Chris Bow used to have radical SR3 races. Those were the days when it was black and white. Me, Chris Bow, Antoine Jacket Potato. I hope Jacket Potato's alright. I've not seen him online for ages. Hopefully he's like doing something productive with his life. I hope he's not like died or anything. People have a bloody habit of dying just out of the blue. It's really inconvenient. We need to put out a message, guys, for Antoine Jacket Potato, so we can recreate the SR3, the SR3 races. You get cramped playing AC and ACC, but you don't feel cramped from playing ACC as much. Well, you'd have to be that precise on the brakes in ACC compared to iRacing and AC. So you got an aneurysm from the AC. Why don't you like Azaris? AC is the most realistic sim. So I mean, I can't help you. It's probably because I threw that SR71 over his house, blew out his windows. Oh yeah, the cramp in ACC lacks feeling. There's no front end cramp. Thanks Tabs for subscribing. Oh dear. Oh Jesus, Chris Bailey in a BTCC car. Is that BMW? Absolute beast. Thank you, man. That's a biscuit donation. Cheers. Better tree physics. Hang on, the German woman's going to read that out. It's going to be well good. I think it was a different jacket, Mike. There's a couple of Antoines. I think they've cloned themselves. Did the cars you drive have tyres that were single points in space? Wow. Look here. Not... these socks, Matt, are the same type of socks. What are you talking about? These are the same. They're this. Okay, they're totally different. Look here. You shut up about my socks. I like my weirdo socks. Car is one of the 888 V8 supercars. Nice.
What is the motive behind this?
Here we go.
Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Who has better tree physics, AMS2 or e-racing?
Who has better tree physics? AMS2 or e-racing? The best tree physics, Chris Bailey. The best tree physics. Oh, it's a close call. Who has the best tree physics? Project Cars 2 probably has the most dynamic trees. They use like a procedural. They use like speed tree, and they've got procedural tree leaves. AMS2 has better trees. They're billboard trees in both iRacing and AMS2. What are the trees like in what's it called? BeamNG? Are they procedural? They're like 3D. And the trees use the same physics engine. So I'm sorry, BeamNG has the best tree physics. It's the only sim with tree physics that I'm aware of. There's no exactly. I need different socks to know which foot is which. Corgi, just saw your track day video. I'm not too smart. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. As I say, thanks to 7 Motorsports. They're the ones that made it happen. I was just a bold tit in the car. But yeah, it was great fun. Good fun editing it. Glad that lots of people... I'm surprised how many people really enjoyed watching the video as well. You know. So, that's awesome. I wasn't sure when I was editing up, I wasn't sure like how good it would come across, you know. So I don't do that much I don't do that much real world stuff. Like outside, I've only been outside twice. You know what I mean? Like I did the Microsoft Flight Sim thing I did, and Sim Racing Expo, and some like stuff in Germany. But I've only been out. I've only done outdoors filming like 5 or 6 times. Everything is normally in the sim rig or whatever, you know. So I know I totally effed up on the audio. Even I had my recorder, which was great, but I turned the volume up too loud, so that's why it sounded crap. Like, if I hadn't done that, it was quite windy because it's a big open area. If I hadn't turned the volume up too loud, the audio would have been a lot better. But I'm gonna buy some Rode Lavier, you know, the Rode wireless. They've got two types of them. They've just done a new one that came out like 6 months ago. I'm gonna get them because they not only send to a wireless receiver, which you can go to a recorder directly to camera, they also save on themselves an audio track of what they're recording. Very handy. So I need to get some of them. Or if any of you in chat know of any others that are worth checking out as well, but those Rode ones seem to be like, they work well. They're decent. They're probably overpriced, but they seem all right from my research into, especially the new ones. I think there was with the first edition, there was some things with it that needed to be improved. And I think they've addressed them. Yeah, no, I like filming outdoors. I like photography stuff and what have you. So. Here we go. I think there's a sharpness to AC that looks great. I'd say that with R Factor 2. Like, R Factor 2 gets a lot of stick right for its graphics. But there is a sharpness and scale to R Factor 2 that I find quite realistic. Like, quite believable. I'm like the least picky person with graphics. I mean, maybe when you're... How old are you guys in chat? Oh, Jesus, there we go. Wreckfest time. I think if you went through that period of racing simulators where like R Factor 1 genuinely the tracks didn't look like real world tracks. Some of them did, some of them looked fantastic, but a lot of them, especially a lot of the mod tracks, would look like bloody N64 graphics. Do you know what I mean? And there was very obvious problems with it. GTR Evolution always looked quite good, to be fair, and I think Live for Speed actually looked alright, like, it's passable. But yeah, there was definitely a period where tracks and stuff just didn't have the detail. But I'd say like now it's like iRacing, Race Room, R Factor 2, A6, like all of these things, they look great. They've got the detail in the track. They look like the real world locations. It's fine. Yeah, AMS1 is kind of on the cusp. Some of the stuff in AMS1 looked great, but some of it looked a bit lower detail. Some of the early stuff. Oh, Jesus. Goodbye, he's gone. Ramingid, I think, took him out, maybe. I'm not sure. No, it's someone else. Absolutely murdered. The sun, the rain, the grass. You're 2 years old. Yeah, I mean, GT Sport looks great. Even though those are fictional tracks, GT Sport looks fantastic. Thanks, Christopher. Don't give respect. Why is it that people give people respect just for getting into a car? This is like the allure of real world cars. It's like you don't even... This is how it works, like with road cars. You don't even have to know how to drive or anything. If you're rich enough to buy a Ferrari, people are like, oh.
Throttle.
Hallo James, if you change These Scheißer cars to something with a bit of life, then when you next let me out of the cellar, sex dungeon, I promise to comply with your request for giving full colonic irrigations each morning. Schneller, schneller.
Thanks Helga. Ah, the old dungeon. Helga's alright. Oh Christ. That's me there. There's a car on my left. Hello. Bloody hell. Can we try and race on the track here? Thank you for that donation. Appreciate that, Helga. She's a bit feisty as Helga sometimes. She's been in a dungeon too long. Who doesn't enjoy a bit of colonic irrigation? Make sure it's the caffeine versions, but it wakes you up in the morning. It's inconvenient. The tubing's inconvenient, but no better way to wake up. Yeah, because back to the topic of graphics. Consistency in the graphics is the main thing. That's the case with all video games. Like, you look at the stuff on the... Well, Nintendo games are a very good example of that. Like, you know, on the Wii, on the... Well, all the Nintendo... Like, the Mario games and everything. Even the ones that technically are really crappy. Well, technically from a computational standpoint. But artistically, like, really nice effects with just simple... like vertex blending and then having a very consistent visual style. That's why stuff like Jet Set Radio still, you can play that now and it looks like a current gen game. Jet Set Radio. Need to play that again. I never completed it. About 3/4 of the way through. Yeah, I don't think they will release GT Sport for PC because it's like the thing, isn't it? And now here we are. And now 400 years later. No, hang on. When there's a Specky was 90s, right? No, Specky's 80s. So it only took 40 years. Hang on.
Throttle!
Oh, here we go.
Do you want to eat my chocolate, chocolate, chocolate? Do you want to eat my chocolate? I made them for you.
Agatha? What? I want to eat her chocolate. Well, I don't know. Depends if it's dark chocolate. I do like dark chocolate. Oh, by the way, guys, we're 2 hours away from Father's Day in the UK. Happy any of you that have children and have ruined your life and ruined your bank balance by making by doing the dirty deed and incorrectly or correctly, but congratulations and happy Father's Day to you all preemptively. Oh, bugger me. I'm off. Track. They've done a good job with the track cuts in AMS2 as well. That was a huge problem with... it's a problem in a lot of sims. It's a big problem in Project Cars 2 especially. But like, track cut, give up 14 minutes of your life. I haven't got that Zelda game, Rich. I've been putting it off. The problem is with me, with the Nintendo bloody Switch, I just played Tetris 99. I pick up my Switch and I'm like, oh, because I've got Mario for it. I've got Mario Kart, which I have played. I've got some friends that I play that with whenever they come over. And Mario Kart, the new Mario 3D World or whatever it is. I can't remember which one it is. The one with the hat. And what else have I got? And then Tetris. Every time I pick it up, I just play sodding Tetris. That Zelda game looks really good though for what it is. I don't know. I think if I'm going to do like if I ever get the chance to travel internationally again, I will maybe I'll pick it up for the plane flight. Although saying that, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm on a plane, I kind of just fall asleep. I think it's because they set the cabin pressure such and the oxygen levels such that it makes you fall asleep. You end up oxygen deprived. They do it on purpose to placate the passengers. So when you're on a plane, you don't really feel like playing games. You kind of just feel like watching a film and passing out. Yeah, but the thing is, Breath of the Wild, the game mechanics are nice. You can tell from the videos that they've done a lot with the game mechanics to make it interesting. But I never got into Binding of Isaac because it's too clunky for me. For that sort of a roguelike on bullet hell sort of gameplay, I need the characters need to be smaller, if that makes sense. Oh Jesus.
Throttle!
There is only one person I want to call Daddy Muscles of many games.
Ah, thank you, Helga. Daddy Muscles of many games. Automobilista spy. Little yellow tablets. What's in the yellow tablet? You're getting high on ecstasy before flying. I used to have like an absolutely chronic fear of flying. Like I would completely shit myself getting on a plane. Before I got into flight sims, I was absolutely like beyond terrified of flying. Like pure panic attack all the way through the airport. Just total panic attack all the way through the flight. Looking out the window, every noise, I'm like wired. But like now I've been in a small, you know, once you've been in like a Cessna, or you've been through a few thunderstorms in a passenger jet, you're like, well, actually they're fine. Like you can fly them upside down and be alright. Oh, Valium. One of my friends had really bad anxiety, and they couldn't pass their driving test because they were too nervous. So they took Valium before the driving test, and they passed. But she's only small, and she said she was like totally out of it. She couldn't even remember doing the test. It's like, all right. She told me that while she was driving me. I was like, okay. But hey, it worked. Can't complain. Just boring. It depends who you're sat next to on a plane. That's the problem. It depends if you've got an idiot behind you kicking you. It depends how close the children, if there's children on the plane screaming. But last time I've been on a plane, I was like, the last two times I've been really lucky. Like when I flew to Frankfurt, there was guys that bought airliners for plane companies. They would go and buy planes to then sell on to other companies. They were like car dealers for aeroplanes. So that was interesting. Then that was interesting. So not interesting people to talk to. And then when I was coming back from Seattle, I had a doctor that did specific, like he did like really intricate knee surgery type stuff, and it was quite interesting, you know. So that's the key. Always sit next to someone that's interesting, and you're sorted. Stuart. Yeah, it's probably not ideal. Oh, 8th, we're 1 out of 7th there. Ow. Right, I think we can change car here. We've not had any crashes yet. The game seems to be more stable. Good job, Lisa.
Throttle!
Oh, here we go.
James, my little Englander, when you said shall we drive around the ring, I wasn't quite ready for what followed, but I wouldn't be against trying again. It was a little tight at the pit and trends.
Jesus Christ. Thank you for the donation. Helga loves to be driven around the ring. My God. Thank you very much for the donation there. Welcome, Simon Batafuku. Game of this generation for me, besides Ace, is probably Persona 5. You need to get Chivalry 2. That's the game of this generation. Audrey Zerlev, thank you. Good night, man. Oh, hang on. We're like 20 likes off 200 likes in the second hour. We've almost hit 200 likes per hour. We hit 100 likes in the first hour, but now we're going to be getting 200 likes in the second hour, which will be the first time we've ever done that. So, good clicking, guys. Matthew Harvey with the win. Jules on second. Sneepo third. Zero Select fourth. Grande Jezza fifth. Rear War Helmet 6th. Josh Kamsky 7th. Myself and Nick stole 7th from me. Great driving, guys, apart from those of you that crashed. This is not crashing now. I think they fixed that, the bug or whatever it was. I think I'm going to go back to the menu. I'm going to turn the shadows up because I turned them down. 300! That's up 200 likes per hour. We need a new graphic here. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Right, let's make a new server. If you want to get in, you have to search for it. What car to drive? This is where we make the mistake. We could do some GT3 if you guys want.
Throttle, throttle, throttle!
Oh, Ziggy!
Love, peace and tea from Medway.
Thanks, Ziggy. From Medway. He's on the river. Did you know there's bloody terrapins in the River Medway, Ziggy? So don't go swimming in it. They might bite your balls off. I was out on my kayak and I was with a friend and she's like, there's a turtle over there. And I'm like, this was last week. And I'm like, nah, there's no turtles in the UK. And she's like, no, look. So I like paddle over and it was just balanced on a rock. I got a picture of it. I'll post it to Discord. But apparently, so in the 80s, what happened was people bought loads of terrapins and stuff because of the turtles, and you buy them, they're tiny, right? And then they get big, and people are like, oh, and they don't die, they live for like decades, and they're like, oh, bugger. So they put them in the wild, and then they can eat like everything. All right, Paul, thanks for watching, man. So apparently in the south, Devon, London, you do have them in the Midlands and North as well, but mostly in the south of England, there's like terrapin issues where they eat everything. But they eat like small birds, like baby ducks and stuff. And apparently they also have salmonella. So don't touch them. But yeah, so if you ever swim in a river in the UK, watch out for terrapins. It's, at least they're not snapping turtles. How big was it? This terrapin was like this big, like a full size, not like a giant turtle size, but like, you know, size of like a football, with, you know, half a football, with his legs hanging out. Formula Reza, I don't think I'd get on with them. Hang on, I think we're going to do some GT3. And basically, generally anything south of the Midlands, I think. But they are all over the entire UK, but I'm just temperature-wise, they don't, especially when they're smaller and younger, I think they prefer warmer temperature. About the size of a dinner plate. Depends how big your dinner plate is. Well, there was a seal that had been going up the Medway this year, and dolphins go up the River Thames. A whale died up the River Thames like 2-3 months ago. That happens quite often, though, that the whales go up the River Thames. I think they get lost. Especially young dolphins tend to get lost. Close the Thames barrier. Bong! And goes back out to sea. That was a David Attenborough reenactment there. Hang on. Is that a new... well, I don't know. It's a DLC car. I need to do a car that's not DLC, ideally. Formula... What did you say? Formula Reza. If you put a tortoises don't swim, do they? That's it. Like a turtle is aquatic and a tortoise is land-based, right? I need to go back to school. Formula 3. I didn't like it last time I drove it. I don't be stuck with a car for a whole race that I don't like, because I'm picky with this. Formula V10 Jet. Now, I didn't find them very good in this last time I drove them, so I don't want to be stuck with them. I'm trying to think what it was I drove last time that was alright. Oh, did I try it with the new force feedback though? I can't remember. Horses can swim. So can elephants. Let me think. Let me think, guys. I'm thinking. Also, we want something that will be good for fun racing with people here, so we don't want something too quick. Oh, you know what? The stock cars were good. Let's do that. That's what this game's all about, really, isn't it? What's this one? Stock car 1999. Could be fun. Yeah, let's try the stock car. Let's give that a bash. Oh, hello, Pure Sim. This looks like a nice car. Look at that. It just looks nice. To me, that is a nice shape, right? 90s car. 90s race cars are the best. Look at it. Just the shape. That is a car. Yeah, we need to do a flattish track so I can get to grips with it. Oh, I need to. Hopefully, one day they'll put pictures of the tracks next to them so I can remember. Maybe we could try a Dono. You know, nice and easy. That'd be good. Then we'll find out. It'll be nice, quick. I've got to make this again. Right. Oh, you're Polish. I need. You're lucky. Polish women are like really attractive. It's all I think about. What is he on about now? DD wheels and Polish girls. Right, there we go. Okay. Hello, ASMR James. Let's try that. We'll give that a go. Get in the session here. Oh, I'm going to change the time of day. Actually, I'm going to get the weather. I want some sunshine. We'll put light cloud on that, and then for the race, let's also start the. I need some sunshine here, guys. I didn't earlier this week, but we do now. Right, there we go. Start there. That'll be nice. Okay, there we go. Hello, Leopold. Yeah, I just think Polish women there's just something about the face shape's attractive. It was funny to hear referred to WMD the other week. Such a great idea. No, how do you compare to Ukrainian? I mean, you know, to be honest, it's more about personality is what matters, but. Well, exactly. I can I can go. Oh yeah, I'm a race car driver. Here's a picture. Oh man, this would be really sad, isn't it? It's like when people go, oh, "I'm a YouTuber," or like, or just using a car to attract people. It's like, well, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Right, let's go. Okay. Hi, guy. Hi, guys. Not a patch on Helga. Well, to be fair, Helga's where it's at. Helga's she can handle 100% force feedback around the Nordschleife for sure. Exactly, car piece. Exactly, it's like the gym thing, isn't it? It's where you get guys going to the gym and they're getting muscles. And they're like, oh yes, I'll get muscles for women. And it's like, other men appreciate the muscles more because you're like, oh, that's, you know, they've obviously put a lot of effort into it. You like with diet and workout, and you know, I think it's genuinely really impressive when you see someone that's like, not necessarily like a full steroid body, but you know, when someone's like actually shaped themselves, it's actually, you know, it's like that takes a lot of effort. So you can appreciate it. Look at this. What a rattle wagon. This is a proper car. I should probably get the circular wheel rim on here. Oh, shit the bed. I'm already breaking the speed limit. Hello. Can we have some more? Oh, there's no brake bias. Let's set it in the car. It didn't go well. Oh well. Next time, better luck. T, service call Game Muscle, password is T. Capital letters. But it's full, so you won't be able to get in. Someone's already demolished the... That's better. Whee! Bit of a slide, that's what you need. We just need the back end to come out. As long as you've got oversteer. Happy days. Any game like Mario Kart, iRacing, AC, doesn't matter what it is, you just need oversteer. Trainers, oversteer makes life better. Is this car one of the base cars? When I'm out in my kayak, I like it's got a skeg on it that you can lift up the little. I don't know how do you describe a skeg? It's like a little fin that goes in the water that makes it go in a straighter line. Sometimes I pull that up and then I drift into the drift into where I'm going. It's drift life, guys. That Celica has too much understeer. Yeah, but in a real car, well, first of all, the real one, it had lift-off oversteer, which was nice. Also on the power, it kind of hooked up quite a bit. I was probably a bit too gentle on the power through sustained corners. I was just trying to be very smooth, and also I'm a noob. But in real life, you can feel it a lot more, like what's going on. Urban kayaking. No, I have kayaked on rivers in the Midlands and canals near Birmingham. Do you mean like going down stairwells? Like in Jackass? All you need is oversteer. Doesn't quite work, does it, as a lyric? Yeah, I definitely need to get a motion rig. I'm going to send 7 Motorsports the bill. hopefully we can work something out with the company. We're good. Oh, nice one, Ziggy. If I was going for a motion rig, I'd go for like the D-Box style motion rig. I have tried all the motion rigs. I appreciate the offer, but like I have used every single motion rig on the market, so I have a good idea of what I like. Hello, Gertrude as well. I don't like triple screens, Scotty. I'm happy with one monitor. I don't like the faff of triples. For me. Yeah, I think Automobilista 2's past Project Cars 2. Just in polish and graphics and how well it works. I forgot to turn the shadows up. Why do you probably weren't here earlier in the stream. I just like the... So, in a driving simulator, you can't feel, you don't get G-forces even with the best motion rigs. Maybe like some of the G seats can help a little bit. But really, the one thing that a motion rig can capture almost identically to real life, I think is, I've only been in that Celica race car, and I've been in a Honda Type R, I've been in a go-kart, I've been in a McLaren road car relatively quickly. So you know, I've never been in like a radical or anything in real life, but compared to all those cars I've just listed, the D-Box type solution gets you heave that's very similar to real life. It makes you feel like you're on something with suspension. It doesn't feel like laterally, you don't feel the same thing, but you feel the suspension, which is a nice type of force feedback that's very, very immersive and quite handy in some ways to drive from. And those D-Box type solutions do that really well. Also for flight sims as well, they're really good. So I prefer them. Whereas the seat movers are better for brake forces, but they're not as good for the other stuff. And they're quite noisy, those seat movers, typically. The traction loss stuff doesn't really work properly. Like, you're better off just having force feedback through the wheel for traction loss, to be honest. I've got a video that will be going live tomorrow where I talk about the differences between real life and the sim and what aspects of motion. I go into more depth about it. Yeah, I'd say in Project Cars 2, it's not terrible. There's just certain bugs in it that get annoying if you play it a lot. We used to play it quite a bit. But the Clio Cup, not realistic but really fun. The Radical SR3, the Ferrari GTE. There's a couple of there's a few things in Project Cars 2 that are really good fun. AMS2 basically, AMS2 is like Project Cars 3 basically. Depth of field reality, which one's that? Yeah, I haven't tried that one, but it looks a bit too sluggish, really, to be honest. Because that's depth of field reality has the pinion in the middle, right? So it's moving a chair. The chair's like on a thing in the middle, and then it moves it around, which you lose that heave effect when you do that. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it'd still be like all right, probably better than no motion, but it's that specific heave effect that I like, that I think is potentially worth the cost. And then especially if you play flight sims as well. Hello Blep, thanks for subscribing. So I'm quite a fan of flight sims. I quite like the feel of flying very light aircraft like Cessnas and stuff. And having been in one in real life, heave is what you know, like you know it's the G-force, but sudden heave is something that those motion rigs can also capture. And that also lets you feel, so when you're landing in an aircraft, when you get within a wingspan of the ground, you get something called ground effect. I'm sure most of you in chat know, but I'm just saying it for those that don't. Basically, the air is pushed from under your wings against the ground, and the air pressure increases under you because it can't go anywhere. That's probably the incorrect way of describing it. But anyway, when you get to that altitude of 1/2 your wingspan above the ground, the aircraft can keep going because your aircraft's like a hovercraft at that point. And in a real aircraft, you can literally feel like you feel when you hit that altitude, and it's really nice for when landing to know when you can then you're in that, and then you could basically come off the powering tilt and then tilt up until you stall into the landing, because you're at an altitude where you know. Anyway, the point is a D-Box type motion rig can kind of, by changing its movement, it kind of picks up that feel as well. There you go. Thanks for subscribing, does FTN. This car's alright, you know. I think it's been pretty good for racing. It's not too fast. Oh, I tell you another aspect of why the D-Box motion rigs are quite good is they make you feel much more connected to the road surface. And I think in a lot of driving sims you can feel you can feel as if you're not connected to the road, whereas that D-box type solution or any motion rig or even like the transducers can really help you feel as if you've got a bit of road under you. Nice one, Cletus. Mr. Dog, why did I never get a driving licence? Well, first of all, I couldn't afford a car for a long time. So that was one reason. But also, I either worked within walking distance of the office that I worked at, or I've always lived near train stations, and then I've also always I've been self-employed for a long time. Like before I was doing the YouTube stuff, I was working for myself, so I didn't need a car basically for what I was doing. Yeah, when I say D-box, I don't necessarily mean D-box. I just mean that type of, you know, small servo actuators on the corners of the sim rig, either 3 or 4 of them. Is AMS2 realistic? Aspects, but not other aspects. Look, you only like the Assetto. You've got AMS2. Pretty sure, you've got it, haven't you? Shumi, you should try it with the custom force feedback. Oh, you have got it. You should try it with the R-Factor force feedback file. I sent it to you. I think the racing can be fun in this. Yeah, that's why I'm playing it. I'm not that picky with physics, to be honest. As long as we can have good racing. Leonard G, the ultimate AMS2 fanboy.
In the chat.
hang on. There he is, the ultimate AMS2 anti-vax fanboy. You get an echo. Welcome to the chat, man. My Mongo's in the 50s. What? A motion rig? PCAR's 2 custom force feedback. Well, just use the R-Factor one. Oh, you did iRacing. Jesus Christ. You can't go to iRacing from any sim that has like pliable tyre model at the limit. You can't then go to iRacing. So, like whatever anyone could say about AMS2, Race Room, Assetto, ACC, whatever, you can like or dislike aspects of them, all those simulators get the fact of a tyre, when you're on the limit and over the limit, you still can control a car. Like, it's rubber on a bloody tarmac road surface. I don't know what it is with iRacing. iRacing's just mental. AMS2 and iRacing feels similar. Oh, jeez, I don't know what's going on with you. iRacing's like way more binary. IRFFB definitely helps a lot. All you have to do is whack up the seat of the pants and you're good. Race Room's fun. Yeah, I love Race Room. You can control cars over the limit in iRacing. You can stop yourself from crashing, but in iRacing, let's say you're turning into a corner in iRacing and you've gone into the corner slightly too hot, and you get into that understeer state, well, that's it. You've just lost all your time through that corner. In AC, AMS2, Race Room, you can... to be fair, ACC is actually somewhat similar to iRacing in that regard. But in the other sims, you can... it feels like there's multiple lines through a corner where you can hold the power and play with the vehicle on the limit. iRacing, it just punishes you for doing that. Oh, I'm going everywhere here. Dora the Explorer. I think understeering driving sims can often be... Hey Ray, thank you, man. Understeering driving sims and it feeling understeering can often be force feedback and what equipment you're using. You know, if you've got force feedback in a sim that tells you, like, you can feel where it's grippy or not, well, then you don't tend to understeer because you're like, well, you drive slower, so you don't understeer. You know, it's like that in a real car. You can feel in the G-forces, it's like, well, the tyre's going to start understeering soon, so, well, I don't need to drive harder because there's no point. but if you've got a sim where it doesn't give that force feedback for the front end or the general load or a build up to it, you'll end up understeering rather than just slowing down, and you'll be like, wow, it's a really understeery sim. It's like, no, you're just driving too fast for the corner, but it's understandable because you can't feel. You know, you don't have that lead into it. You struggle to get the rear to slide. What do you mean, on the brakes or in what scenario? Hurts hand on DD wheel because of crash. Can place too much force feedback. Crash in real car, front will be broken. More your ankles in a real car, I think, is the big one. The Nemesis. Ramagid, Gida, Jezza, top 3 there. Nice driving, guys. Road cars in A, you're driving too fast. If you're understeering in AC, it's because you're driving into the corner too fast and you're ignoring the force feedback. Basically, like, you can set the brake bars further back, increase the rear ARB, lower the front relative to the front, decrease the increase the front downforce. You can make cars really oversteer in AC if you want to. Literally, if you're understeering in AC, it's because you're ignoring the force feedback. That's what that is, and I'd say that's probably the case, like, for every sim. To be honest, like in iRacing, if you're understeering in iRacing, it's because you're going too fast into the corner. It's the same. If you're going, it's more to do with just going too fast into the corner and not realising that you're going too fast. That would make every sim feel understeering. Here we go. Was it Salika's bouncy? Not really. I mean, it's a little bit bouncy. Obviously, you can feel it moving around, but definitely not as bouncy as what the car seemed like in AMS2, but... The nice thing with the sleeker race car versus the sleeker road car was obviously closer to the ground, and it's got tight suspension and it's more grippy. Ow, fucking hell. Well, typical 1980s race start there. Come on, guys! Reverse! Christ. Oh, bloody hell. We need to blunt spoon testicle remove some people in here. We haven't had a good crash yet. Right, here we go, starting at the back. Every car in AC is nuanced in understeer versus terminal understeer. Well, yeah, as I say, I think the understeer thing in Sims is more due to a lack of feel and force feedback, and you know. Think of the children. It's all right. It's late. There is a button to get it back on track, and I've even bound it, but I've not used it. Here we go. It's all right. We'll do another race in this car. It's good. It's a fun car. Hello, Euclid. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. One of the really nice things with the DD... One of the really nice things with the DD wheel is it really does help make the cars feel a lot more grippy, because it's one of the few devices that can give sustained force, so it kind of simulates that sense of grip. So if you're I mean I'm perfectly happy to drive an AC with a G29, but it's a lot more intuitive with a direct drive wheel, for sure. Thank you, Goran Z-Gel, for subscribing. Welcome along. Bloody hell, he's going to come right across the track. There it is. Erwin Lommer, not if you set up your simulator properly and you've got good force feedback. Hey, I'm someone that just drives from what I'm feeling. I'm not a visual driver. Matt's Bong! Hello, man. Welcome back. Well, there go the bollards. Do you guys remember that 2000s SAS video that was at the cinema where they would be driving along and then they have to go, they suddenly take a detour into the forest and they have to turn the lights off and drive through the forest? Do you remember that? Be the best. Join the army today and get shot and shoot people and stand on landmines. I think so, CB. I can drive without a PC. I can drive with a keyboard. Like a boss. Yeah, Erwin, like you can drive with no force feedback for sure. But if something out of the blue happens, or you were driving, let's say you were driving a new car in a simulator you'd not played before that much, on a new track, and let's say the weather was changing, well, in that scenario, driving without force feedback gets a lot harder. I'm not saying it's not impossible. Like, you can play with a gamepad or a keyboard. We used to play driving games with a keyboard. You can learn these things, but it's kind of missing a important part. It's like the difference between driving and... You can drive RC cars super fast. There's no force feedback in a remote control car, but I'd much rather be in a go-kart. You know? Also, I think driving a go-kart is probably a lot harder than driving RC cars. I mean, easier. I mean... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good example. Like, try driving like the most mental cars with no force feedback on a brand new track, and drive reasonably okay straight away. Especially like a vintage Formula car or something like a 1980s snappy 1980s Formula car or something as well. Also, the thing with the force feedback, and this is what I found in the real car, is you can immediately tell if what you're doing right or wrong in a game with good force feedback. That's enjoyable. You're like, oh, I've got more grip there. Oh, I've done that wrong. Oh, I could have got on the throttle sooner. I could have cat steered more. Could have cat steered like, you just know all the time. And when I was driving that Seeker, it was like, I could see that I was completely crap at it. All the time. I was like, I could tell that, obviously my lines were terrible as well. Didn't really know the track that well. But it's like, oh yeah, the car could do this so much better. I'm just rubbish. But I knew exactly why I was rubbish. Hello, Jimmy. I did, yeah. I can die happy now, man. Jimmy, you live in a bloody race car now. Oh dear. Don't you overheat, Jimmy? Have you done any races recently when it's been like 25 plus degrees? I can't take the heat. I've been living in England too long. I can't cope with anything over 24 degrees centigrade. That's it. I passed the game of muscle heat threshold. Jesus! What you doing? Oh, hello, Billy. We got all the YouTubers in here, guys. You guys will know Jimmy. He's got a bloody reputation. He's out of control. Check out Jimmy. Check out Billy Strange. Has the Praga not got aircon in it? This is what I'd do. I would easily take the sacrifice for the weight. I'd be like, look, this is going to cost a few tenths a lap. Doesn't matter because I'll be driving. But will be a nice temperature. I'd want a coffee machine or tea machine. Coffee machine's all right, you know. Tea making facilities and aircon, and I'm happy. That's what I need. Any more YouTubers want to pop in? Oh, here we go. It's 30 in Sweden. Oh man, cause Swedish. What's the normal temperature in Sweden? I'm normally all right in the warmth if I'm at the coast. But yeah, like not. I really, if I'm in trousers, moving around, I just my brain just goes into like Windows power saving mode. Well done, the Nemesis, Ramagid, Granda Jezza, you buggers. Well done. Right, we're going to another track with that car, and if you guys wreck me at the start, I'm gonna remove your genitals with a blunt spoon. Peddler I. With the movement platform, you get the opposite movement feeling in real life. Well, no, this is why I say the D-Box type stuff is really good, because the D-Box stuff focuses on suspension travel. It's not trying to do G-forces, so it's more like suspension compression and stuff. So it's moving the same as the car. It's not trying to simulate moving you, and there's different ways of perceiving that and philosophies with motion rigs. I'm not a fan of motion rigs, so. The racing shirt. I was in the fireproofs in the Celica. I was wearing fireproof stuff, but well, no, actually, it was just a one-piece suit. I guess that's fireproof. I wasn't wearing like the undershirt stuff though, and I was wearing the sim racing gloves like a pro. But yeah. Not the full undergarbs, but the one pit, like what you wear go-karting, that sort of thing. It's just still like woolly, but yeah. If I had to put any more layers on, I'd have been dead. I wanted to be in shorts. I would drive like a 1980s Formula driver, bottle of whiskey, shorts. Yeah, no, you don't even have a roof on the car. You have your goggles and a scarf waving in the wind. That's what I need. That's me. I'm in the wrong era. Sim racing gloves in the Club 100, nice. They work. They were. I mean, I don't know if they'd be all right if they're caught on fire, but I think for they were all right. they grip the wheel. I mean, the force feedback in that car is driving power steering. I guess it was only like 8 or 9 newton meters, so it's less worse than a DD wheel for strength. They gave him a onesie and yeah, it was just pajamas. Do I live in Sweden? No, I'm just I don't know. I'm just crap with warmth. Right, we need to. What are we doing? We need a nice little track here. Drive with this scarf. What is going on, guys? Click the like button if you want to. We're almost at 400 likes, which is pretty good. Keeping those likes up, eh? YouTube. Laguna Seca. No, we need a flattish. Let's do Nürburgring. We've not done that for a while. Get in there. No more. Well, there's Sim Racing Expo supposed to be happening this year. I've booked tickets. A lot of the companies I know are planning to go to it, but who knows what will actually happen. It depends where Germany is with its vaccines and stuff and events and stuff, and what everyone else is doing. Yeah, good racing to those of you that had a good race. I didn't see you because I was dead. Yeah, I don't think it will. The thing is, I really want it to though, because it's the only chance where you like. I'd quite like to meet Dave Cam in real life, fellow Baldy. I'd quite like to. There's like a bunch of like random German YouTubers and stuff that you just there's no way I'd see them any other time, and some of the developers, there's like just random developers that you just wouldn't otherwise bump into, stuff like that's really nice to see people. A bunch of the guys from Fanatec as well, it's always nice to see them, and it'd be really nice to drive around the Nordschleife. Thomas from Fanatec at the beginning of 2020 challenged me for a lap around the Nordschleife, so what I'm going to do is I'll get him to sign Fanatec over to me, and then I will rig his car to explode around the track. Yes! That's the plan. I shouldn't have told everyone the plan. But how amazing would that be? Game of Muscle versus Thomas. Totally not timed. lap around the Nordschleife because you're not allowed to time your lap times. So it wouldn't be timed at all. And it'd be amazing to do it in a really, really slow car, like a, I don't know, like a Skoda City Go. It'd be hilarious. Hay fever, or just I don't know. I've not got hay fever. Corporate takeover by Fireball. He suggested it. It wasn't my idea. I've got it. It's on live stream. Race for pink slips. Oh, hang on. Let's move the brake bars further back. Oh no, it should have saved it for the last time. Just wait for the tyres to get warm. Have you tried stock kind MS2? I have. Yeah, they're good. Americans conspired against sim race. I don't know what's going on there. I think it's a shame we don't have a. What I'd really like to see is Autosport in the UK, which happens. It's normally in January time. Birmingham NEC. Obviously, it's already like it's like the biggest motorsports trade show. There's space for them to do an equivalent of a sim racing expo, like a British one. Like it wouldn't have to be as big as Sim Racing Expo, but it surprises me because at Autosport in 2020 there was probably like 8 or so, like 2 or 3 sim racing companies, like specific sim racing companies, and probably 8 or 10 like sim rigs and sim related stuff. And it would seem to make sense to me for them to. They had an esports thing going on as well, like Formula E and some Forza thing. It would seem to make sense for me in the UK to do to tie it into that, and that would also. Autosport gets a lot of punters from the street on the non-business days. It's weird that's not like a Sim Racing Expo UK. It's like, in a sense, it makes more sense than the Sim Racing Expo in Germany, which is in the middle. I mean, it's amazing. I really like where the Sim Racing Expo is. I like how it's done. I like Germany's just amazing for me. I personally like it, but it would seem to make more sense logistically to do something at the NEC. So I'm surprised that hasn't happened. I don't know why. Maybe the motorsports industry needs encouraging to embrace sim racing a bit more. I think they are. I think they have a choice. You used to play against Piston Edge GTR guys, eh? How many of you guys in chat have been to the Autosport? Actually, also, Autosport is run by the people that run by motorsports.com, I believe. The people that, they've just, that motorsport games company, they're a subsidiary. So, typical, exactly. I just don't want to. If you don't have to travel too far to something, it's easier. Yeah, I just really like Germany though. It's nice. It's just really nice, pleasant country. And Germans are always so friendly. Probably inside they're not. They're like, so this Englishman, I do not like him, but I will be polite, and then I will curse him when he has gone. You did, how was it? No, I was in 2019 I went to. Was the last one, wasn't it? It's good. It was really hot, Sim Racing Expo 2019 as well. It was like 25, 26 degrees, maybe hotter. Sweating like a beast. Yeah, so hopefully it happens this year anyway. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I picked the wrong layout, didn't I? We're doing the tight NGK. What happened to all the GTR 3? Well, we can do that. Oh, GTR 3 the game. I can't say. Thank you for subscribing, Vacated Sleet. Nice name, man. Yeah, games development is just complicated. Things take time. You have, like... There's so many variables. I think the only fault that they made with the GTR 3 thing is they just announced it too soon. You know. You haven't moved house in 8 years? Oh. Fair enough. Thanks for subscribing, Coast to Kiss. And Fra Rossi, hello. Well, Ramigi, that's just games development. My experience with the games industry when I was doing console stuff years ago it's a total nightmare. It's such a mess of an industry. You have lots of... I mean, it's the case in all industries, but I think games industry is just a weird one because it's got the allure of it being games. There's just a lot of shenanigans happening all over the place. I'm not saying that's what happened with Simbin. Just indie development and game development in general can often be a bit of a mess. Fortunately, for the most part, games development's improved a lot in the sense of if you're an indie developer and you've got like you're talented with programming and stuff, like the opportunities in some ways are easier to get. Like you don't necessarily have to work with a publisher in the same way that you had to in the past. You know, the game engines are a lot easier to work with. And there's more funding opportunities online using Kickstarter and what have you, and Steam is an option. Like, you know, mobile development and things. It's a lot better than it used to be in many ways. Oh, we're in third place here. Traffic cones everywhere. Woo! Arena corners are well good.
Throttle!
Hello!
Congrats on the drive GM. How long until Praga come calling? LUL.
Thank you, Archie, for the donation there. Why are people donating for me? I say it was 7 Motorsports, literally nothing to do with me driving the car. Like, 7 Motorsports were absolutely mental. Lee Mabber, who is like a viewer of the channel, absolutely bonkers. I didn't do anything. I didn't achieve anything. It was entirely the fact that 7 Motorsports were just crazy and were like, oh, come and get in one of our cars. Like, literally nothing to do with me deserving it or anything. I didn't do anything. So, like, people are just like, oh, well done, there's some money for driving a car. It's like, oh, I give the credit to 7 Motorsports. Also, Lee was awesome at going through stuff, explaining, you know, saying not to worry about breaking things, and, you know, they're awesome guys. So, yeah. Thanks for the donation, though. Absolute madness. I know! I know, Star Fox. If anything, after watching this, that would be like... And you'd be like, wow, hang on a minute. No, on second thoughts... On second thoughts, this is not a good idea. Right. Oh, no! Dropping back here. I've got to concentrate here, guys. Sorry, we'll get a better lap time. I do not want to be in the death zone. I'll tell you what, the best thing about Automobilista 2 is just that the developers keep working on it. As I say, this is why I would describe myself as a Reza fanboy. because same. I say the Hell Let Loose developers as well. There's a couple of companies where I just really appreciate game developers that honestly care about the product. You know, they're not doing. In fairness, some companies are sort of just hostage to a publisher, so I'm not going to go at developers that are hostage to the publisher, because I know that happens a lot of the time. But developers that keep on improving and polishing, it's not like they could just go, oh well, we've released a game, there we go, let's just do something else that'll make more money, you know, or short-term money. I like developers where they're like, right, this is the game, we're going to keep making it better. It's kind of like a product that just keeps on. So even if you bought like let's say you bought Hell Let Loose or Automobilista 2 at the start, it's like, well, you've got something better than when it first came out, so you always feel like you're getting better value for money. That is why I really appreciate that. So floating around here. We're going to get one more lap. Sick, that's better. Whoa! Rev M! Hello! Oh, hang on, I'm going to let the German read that out. Helga. Beautiful, beautiful Helga locked in the dungeon. We are. Helga, whose sister
What is
Holga.
the motive behind this
Has a quick
demand?
release.
Necessity for money. I'm not supplying money for necessities.
Hi GM, what wheelbase are you using? I just bought CSLDD based on your beat.
Reven, thank you very much for the biscuit donation. The graphics broken, so you're getting tea bags. Thank you. I'm using the Fanatec Podium DD. And thanks for... Well, I say thanks. I don't know if you used my Fanatec affiliate link. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Doesn't really matter. But you'll enjoy it, I think. DD! But yeah, you buying a wheelbase off my video, huge error. I'd ignore everything I say. I don't trust bold people. Whoa, come on. Slow through that. Is the steering ratio? Yeah, it is off because I'm driving with a Formula rim. So I'm also driving with flappies instead of a H pattern, so. Hello, Novity. Thank you, man. Back up, hello. I tell you what's missing from all driving sims, apart from Richard Burns Rally. Bloody, they need birds and rabbits and stuff on the track. Blyton Park was like a bloody nature reserve. Magpies on one corner, rabbit running across down the straight, birds flying over and dropping stuff on the car. You know, that's what you need in Sims. Richard Burns Rally was good. That had like stuff run across the track and cameramen and things. Kangaroos at Bathurst. Why you have all these expensive gear if you're too lazy to change rims? Well, because we're just live streaming now, and I'm just chatting, and we're probably gonna go to another car in a minute. We're just casually playing, you know. Brighton Zoom. It's a really good track though, actually, Brighton Park. Like, if you wanted a bugger! It was the it wasn't the racetrack. It was the zoo. I was wondering why there was zebra and giraffe on the circuit and a penguin on the corner. Yeah, Brighton Park is a really good track if you're a noob, and it's flat, it's short, so you can, if you were going to take like a random car out, like your own road car, you could like do lap, like if you're timing yourself to get better, it's like, well, you're going to have done, it's only a 1 minute lap, 1.5 minute lap, so you'll get lots of laps in for you to then improve on, and you're not destroying the car just to do one lap. Nicely tarmacked surface as well, and plenty of runoff on the outside of the corners, so it's not like you're gonna, the chances of completely wrecking your car is not that high. So yeah, and a good I would feel, out of tracks in the UK, I'd feel comfortable taking a road car there, whereas I really, Alton Park I would shit myself, Brands Hatch I would shit myself, Cadwell Park I would shit myself, Snetterton would be alright, that's got lots of runoff. What's the track on the coast in the UK that Fifth Gear used to use? I always forget that. That maybe that'd be all right. Yeah, exactly. 115 if you're slow. Oi! There was a person running around the track that finished the lap quicker than me. Anglesey, yeah, I don't know. If Anglesey, if you get it really wrong, you're going off a cliff into the sea. So, I mean, it's a good way to end yourself, if that's what you want to do. Oh, I'm tired of lapping now. Woo! Donington has plenty of... Oh, wow. You say that, Donington always has people crashing in stupid ways. And also, people lose it on the hill and flip the car. From talking to real-world drivers as well, they all complain about Donington being dangerous. So, even though it would seem like it's not, I think because of that, the way the track is curved and the downhill and everything, it causes people to lose it, and then the car behind can't avoid them, sort of thing. But yeah, I like Donington's a track I like. Maybe I would. Like a road car around Donington's probably all right. Old Donington actually driving through people's houses. Oh, where you go through the gate? 1940s Donington. Yeah, you're going through fields in that one. My friend is only at 0.6 second to your record in Laguna Seca. Eh? Trying to set up my knob sound, but Windows volume is stuck at 50. Well, it shouldn't do that. You should be able to get 100. Maybe reboot, restart. Don't know. What's going on here? We seem to be stuck on this screen. So we just wait. We'll wait a bit and see what happens. I think someone's stuck on the track or something. Yeah, I think so, Ramagid. It seems likely to me. Daz 555. One of the guys on my track day flipped his car. Jesus. Yeah. So I feel safer in a car with a roll cage. I don't feel. I've never felt safe in road cars because I've seen so many accidents in real life. And you just see them on YouTube as well. It's like it doesn't. A road car is designed for 40 mile an hour collision. That's it. Ideally straight on, and then I can't remember what the side collision is. I think they might be 40 or something, but whatever. They're not designed. Yeah, I think we've got stuck here. If you're on track, guys, in the server, or go to the pit, and then I think it might fix it. Basically, a road car's crap. If you have an accident, you're screwed. You're probably going to break your legs. It's designed to be survivable at 40 miles an hour. Whereas on a motorway, you're not going to hit into something at 40. You're going to hit the wall, ideally, or hit into something in the same direction. That's why motorways tend to actually be relatively safe. The danger is roads where you have a car coming, you're doing 60, another car's doing 60 or 50, and they 100 mile an hour head on, or a junction, you know. But you got a roll cage, you're fine. See, you watch the rally crashes, they're absolutely bonkers. They're doing 100 plus miles an hour straight into a tree and walking out the car. Or driving off Pikes Peak. Who is this that's on the track there that's broken this? Voted to kick Marksman. Well, let's kick Marksman and see what happens. There we go. It was Marksman's fault. We're good. I think they're lagged out. I'm using the Mecha Cup 1 pedals. They're absolutely fantastic. And then on the back of the pedals, I've got tactile transducers that they're not set up properly here. My chair's vibrating, but my pedals aren't. I need to change the values. But yeah, really, really nice pedals. And the nice thing with them is that they use, well, some people might say this is worse, but I like it. They use a load cell on all the pedals, which is nice. Not for they'll work like Hall effect sensor or whatever. But they all work fine for input. But the nice thing with the load cell is if you adjust the pedal's position and stuff, because there's no physical connection, it's just a spring pushing against it. It's very easy to recalibrate it quickly. That's the same with Hall effect sensors as well, but they're just very simple. They're nice and tidy, neat, and they work nicely. I quite like them. They're not cheap, but they're not too expensive either. Here we go. %of the track records. Well, typical. Go! Tactical airbags. Have I seen the PMDG DC6? No, I haven't. I did see that new the announcement for the Xbox version of Microsoft Flight Sim, and they're going to stick a jet in there. Whoa! Netcode. That's an interesting way of overtaking that. Oh, dear. Well, that worked, didn't it? There we go. Great job, computer. My computer's cooking. Oh, Jesus. Look, he's on his roof. Oh, Jesus. My OBS is cooked. Come on, OBS. My OBS has cooked itself. Don't worry about that. We've got some lagging. Oh, he's on his roof again. He's doing the overtake. He's on the roof. Oh, can he get over the... Oh, he's gone over the top of him. Oh, he's back on it. Next level overtaking here, guys. This is some really advanced driving techniques. Oh, amazing skills. That is pure overtake. Absolutely on the limit there of the other car's rooftop. No other driving simulator simulates overtaking as well as Automobilista 2. Oh, he's back on his roof. And he's disappeared. Okay, I think we've got some lagging. What? I missed that corner. I'll take the penalty. Oh, I've gained some places. I think they've disconnected. That's it. They've gone. That puts me in 3rd place. That's how you drive, guys. You drive at a distance from the cars that are flashing on and off. I think, Enrique, it's more that people have joined the server with absolutely terrible pings. Jelly Dick, was that you? You probably got disconnected because you were driving on top. You were on top of the car in front of me. I mean, from your perspective, it probably just looked like you were driving. But both your cars were on top of each other. Yeah, it's probably the other car. You outwitted the reason netcode. Yeah, I don't know. I just watched the replay. Yeah, look. Literally, car on top of car action. Beautiful. So it was the Top Gear challenge, or that is like that car in Wreckfest. Oh, I don't know. I think sometimes people get disconnected. Ah, nice one, John. Now have you done the exact same setup that I'm running? You're going to find yourself piddling around with settings for the next few hours, getting the vibrations dialed in, but it's good. Good fun. Sorry guys. I think we had some laggers, and I think that causes issues with Automobilista 2. Wow! Who's catching up with us here? Gretson. Yeah, I'm not saying it's your internet. It could be like someone else lagging out, or like whatever, or just it could be my hosting, or God knows what, you know. One of the disadvantages of ad hoc server hosting. You get a timing issue and that's it. Goodbye. No, the OBS is totally... that's on a separate computer and is always going out at the same bit rate all the time, regardless of what I do. The OBS having a fit is more to do with when I've just rebooted the PC and you go from one scene to another scene for the first time, it's not put anything in RAM. So the best thing to do with OBS, if you've got quite a lot of stuff in your scenes, is to load it up before you do a live stream and then go through all the scenes and all the animations and everything. Then it's put it all in RAM and it all works. That's what I find. With holding off the car behind it. Whoa! Bit of a slide entry into that. Fat box. I need to get a new motherboard for that. I need to upgrade the fat box motherboard so I can put 2 capture cards in it. I keep putting it off because it means, you know, Windows. Sometimes you can replace a motherboard and Windows is fine with it. Sometimes it isn't. But also means I'll have to reinstall everything. So I'm putting it off, but I need a bigger case as well. I think I need a bigger case because I want to be able to put 2 capture cards in, so I don't have to keep on plugging stuff if I'm going to use a games console or just another sim rig or what have you, or PC. Hello, Azar Amari. Yeah, it's been a while. I hope you're all right, man. Yeah, motherboards are not too bad. Like, I wouldn't need a fancy motherboard. You know, it's mostly graphics cards that are the issue. Like, I have the it's got the latest AMD. I know one gen behind on the AMD. Own the storage drive. Yeah, you can do that, but when you replace a motherboard, Windows doesn't typically like, you know, there's a number of components you can typically swap out before Windows has a fanny. Yeah. No, I know it has got better at that, but I'm just, you know, it's just one of those things where if everything's working, why break it? Well, sorry, Trixin. Deal with it. I mean, not the fact that I'm using a Formula wheel in a 90s touring car. Yeah, I always like to reinstall Windows anyway, every night. 8 or 9 months generally. Oh, look at this. Hello. Bit of a muscle traffic jam here. I'm not giving up third place though. We've got another lap. I'm just going to keep trundling along. Like the slow driver that I am. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Raw McRip helmet at the back of the train. Total. Look at that. Liveries look nice. These are nice looking cars. Oh, he's on his roof. Ah, there it is. Goodbye. Had a bit of a contact there. Yeah, no, I know, Coffee Junkie. I'm just saying, like. Oh, we're all right. We're all right. We're good. I think we got third place here. Daz, I think they wanted to get the game up to like a highest, you know, polish and everything before they consider releasing on console. I'd imagine that they will release it on console eventually. I mean, it makes sense. They would easily they'd make a lot more money on console than they would on PC, but it's one of those things where they're probably, if they found a publisher for the console version and they advertised it adequately, I think you could make a lot of money. Even if you don't advertise it, driving games, that's one of the good things with driving games, is if you can stick them on a console, you know, there's quite a number of people with a games console that will just buy a driving game. You know, they're like, oh, it's a driving game, I'll buy it. Which adds up to being quite a large number of people. Last name, just little bits of stability, new different season trees on Imola. Some bits and bobs if you look at the release notes. Yeah, they're doing a good job. Cool down lap activator, Rude. That's it. Third place, guys. Champion drive. Very secret. T69. Technically, it was a 5th place. We had 2 cars disconnect in front of us. Look at that car. That's a nice looking car. Why out for all future console releases cross? Yeah, the reason that they don't do cross-platform, cross-play, and identical games isn't to do with console performance. It's more to do with like different platforms on console, especially. They have different time frames for how often and how large you can roll out updates to your game. And for cross-play to really work means that you have to have exactly the same game on every single platform all the time. And so if you're going to roll out an update, it has to update everything. And then normally, you know, for like an Xbox version, there's like little differences to the PlayStation. Even if it's essentially identical, there's still normally quite substantial differences that end up happening due to the different platforms. There's just random things. So that's why crossplay was, because the driving simulator is quite complicated. It works better with something like Rocket League, which is still quite a complicated game in general, but you know, it's easier in some ways with something like Rocket League, where it's effectively it's a pure arcade game on all the platforms. People on PC are playing it with a gamepad as well. So it's not quite as easy with driving sims to do the whole cross-play thing, really. But well done, the Nemesis, very secret. Myself, Gretson, Ramagid, Tarmac Terrace Visa, Rorik Rickvelmer, Mark Alvana, Tim Cullingworth, Reload 6996. Nice one, guys. Well, we haven't had any crashes, so Reezer have definitely, whatever was causing the crashes before seems to have been rectified, which is nice. But I think I'm going to call it a night now, guys, because I'm absolutely bollocksed. 400 likes, though, which has kept us above 100 likes per hour. Thank you, guys, for clicking that. Is that it? Everyone just needs a PC. We've got a video coming out tomorrow where I discuss about the differences between reality and The Sims. That'll be 4 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks for all the donations and everything today. Really appreciated that. You guys are insane. Thanks for all the new subscribers and all that, all that lark. Josh, do I recommend console to play ACC or pick? I would get a PlayStation for GT, to be honest, because that really stands out as a console game. And Forza's nice on the console, but you need a PC for driving sims if that's your main. If you want to drive realistic driving games, the PC is just the way to go. But good night, guys. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Blah, 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 social media. Blah, blah, blah. Have a good night. Bye. Bye. Happy tea drinking. Bye. Great, I know what I'm doing. I meant this button. Smooth ending.